Good morning. My name is Matt Alsdorf, and I'm Vice President of Criminal Justice at the Laura and John Arnold Foundation. I'm really happy to be here this morning standing alongside the criminal justice leadership of Harris County. As has been mentioned a couple times before, we are a Houston-based foundation, and so it was particularly exciting when last year Harris County's leadership reached out to us about their interest in potentially adopting the PSA, or the Public Safety Assessment Risk Assessment. Since that time, as we've been working towards this announcement, we've seen real commitment on the part of Harris County's criminal justice leadership, real commitment to ongoing and continuous change to improve the criminal justice system for all of the citizens of Harris County. And that kind of commitment is precisely the most important criteria that we use in selecting jurisdictions to work with on implementing the PSA. And I'm delighted to announce today that we will be moving forward with that implementation here in Harris County. And we are very eager to see how this partnership can benefit all the citizens here in Houston and the rest of the county. As you just heard from Judge Harris and Judge Brown, the PSA is designed to be another tool in judges' toolkits. What it does is it provides them with objective, consistent information about each defendant that comes before them, information that they can use in making the key decisions that they make every day about release and detention of the defendants who are arrested here in Harris County. The PSA has a particularly strong research base. It was developed based on a huge data set of about 1.5 million cases from across the country. And what our research team did is it analyzed that huge set of data to figure out what are the criteria, what are the factors that are most predictive of a defendant's likelihood of missing court, of being rearrested, and in particular, being rearrested for a violent crime. And what that research showed is that there's actually a fairly limited set of factors that is highly predictive of those outcomes. And frankly, it's the factors that you would expect, right? It has to do with a defendant's criminal history, what they're charged with now, their prior failures to appear in court, those sorts of things. And what we found is that with this limited set of data, just 9 factors in all, the public safety assessment can provide judges with 2 risk scores for each defendant. 1, the likelihood that the defendant will fail to appear for court if he's released before trial, and 2, the likelihood that he'll be rearrested, again, if released before trial. And then the PSA also flags a small group of defendants who are at a significantly elevated risk of being rearrested for a violent crime. And I want to emphasize that we're talking right now just about the pretrial period, so the period during which a defendant is released awaiting trial. We're not looking at long-term recidivism or sentencing, but just the pretrial period. And one other thing I think it's very important to note is that the public safety assessment is race and gender neutral. We have looked at research that shows that it predicts accurately a defendant's risk regardless of his or her race. And it doesn't rely on many of the factors that many people have raised concerns about as possibly leading to disparate impact, such as someone's neighborhood or their family structure. Of course, the PSA doesn't determine for judges what's going to happen in a given case. The ultimate decision always rests with the judge, him or herself. But what the PSA will do, though, is provide judges with reliable, objective information that they can use to make the most effective decisions possible for the citizens of Harris County. Thank you very much.